In the mountains, the entire tribe of Rushing Water is being bullied by maybe 3 or 4 teenagers. Meanwhile, in real life, Leafpool takes J-Paw to the beach. He's trying to make ghosts pay attention to him. While he's distracted, Berrypaw and the twins are made warriors. Lionpaw is unsettled by his mentor because he says extremely nice things in the most disinterested way possible. "Great job, Lionpaw," says Ashfur, sharpening his knife. But that doesn't matter anymore anyways, because Lionpaw's new mentor is the evil ghosts of his dead relatives. And he was feeling pretty enthusiastic about this too, until he overhears Longtail talking about how Tigerstar used to leave the toilet seat up. Ah, but he's dead, thinks Lionpaw. He can't leave the seat up now. Hollypaw hates romance and hates babies. She tries to tell her mother that mates and kits are both total garbage and that they will squash her ambitions, but Squirrelflight just laughs at her and tells her that she will change her mind. Our lovely author, Erin Hunter, has already forgotten that she intended to give Brightheart a new apprentice and will now never remember. Firestar assigns mentors to Foxpaw and Icepaw based on what color they are and calls it a day. Hollypaw goes out in the rain and ends up taking shelter in J-Paw's stick hole. Hollypaw and J-Paw are really obsessed with the idea that there were cats living at the lake territory before them. Unfortunately, there is no such thing as a cat archaeologist. Brooke teaches all the apprentices about tribe culture, and they don't seem to understand that in the clans they only have the illusion of choice. Hollypaw decides that she was born in the wrong decade. J-Paw decides he was born in the wrong century. Jay tries to dream about ancient cats, and somehow Rock actually shows up, the absolute madman. "Go to the mountains," says Rock. Lionpaw seemingly has no ambitions beyond being better than Berrynose. He receives a new prophecy recap from Stormfur before mastering a new move way too fast, causing Ashfur to get very, very angry. "You're supposed to take time to learn these things," says Ashfur. "Stop disregarding canon." He attacks Lionpaw and they beat each other up until Brackenfur stops them. "Wow, you're an excellent fighter," says Ashfur. "Great job, Lionpaw." "Wow, my mentor is so supportive," responds Lionpaw. Hollypaw tries to tell her dad that there's something wrong with Ashfur, but he laughs it off. Ashfur has never done anything wrong in his life. Honeypaw is obsessed with Berrynose. She cannot think about anything else. Lionpaw is obsessed with Berrynose. He cannot think about anything else. While on patrol, several cats from the tribe of Endless Hunting break into ThunderClan. J-Paw makes blind eye contact with Brooke by accident and is shoved into her flashback. "What should we do about the guys looking into our windows every night, Stormfur?" asks Stoneteller. Beat them up?" The tribe cats get beat up instead, and Brooke and Stormfur are put into the Naughty Kitty timeout. Jayfeather snaps out of it, and Talon tells everyone about how much the tribe hates when children are on their lawn, so they need Stormfur back. "We don't care," says Stormfur. I care," adds Brooke. Talon tries to convince them by saying everything is better now that the tribe wants something from them, and that works for some reason. The 3 angry children all want to come along, and Leafpool excuses their involvement by opening up that apprentices used to travel to the Moonstone Wound. Squirrelflight and Brambleclaw go to WindClan and ShadowClan respectively to fetch the rest of the surviving new prophecy. In ShadowClan, Lionpaw meets Tawnypelt's new kits. He can't tell what color they are because it's dark and Lionpaw is stupid. Tawnypelt agrees to come with them because she only had 2 sentences of dialogue last arc. Meanwhile in WindClan, Breezepaw gets forced to go along as punishment for his general delinquency. J-Paw briefly considers poisoning Breezepaw, but instead he makes the huge mistake of not doing that. Leafpool is acting weird about Crowfeather being in camp. Nobody cares. They take off, and while traveling, all the cats shuffle around and respond to each other like RPG party members halfway through the game. "Do you know how to catch squirrels in the mountains, son?" Kits sure are a handful. "Do tribe cats have any battle moves?" I hate Breezepaw. The tribe and the clan are different. How? Minorly. I hate Breezepaw. They all stop for the night, and the most fantastic possible thing happens. Purdy comes back. Everyone is happier to see Purdy than any other cat who's ever lived. Purdy causes that sort of joy. Everybody loves Purdy, except for Breezepaw, who so far has hated every part of this journey except for Crowfeather, and, the clock's ticking for you, old man. That said, the apprentices start to bond a bit over being rude to old people, and that causes them to be chased by several karmatic dogs. Purdy vaporizes the dogs with his eye beams. They reach the tribe, but they immediately come across the rude teenagers. The intruders try and make them go into the gas station and buy alcohol and cigarettes for them, but everyone ignores them and keeps walking. None of the tribe cats are happy to see them. They let them inside anyways. "You're all dead. I can't see you. La 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 la," says Stoneteller as soon as they arrive. J-Pod tries to reason with the tribe ancestors, but they seem to think that the tribe sucks and should go away. Everybody flirts with the tribe cats until they let them help instead. They spend about 15 minutes teaching the tribe how to fight. "That's how fast I learned it," insists Lion Paw. The teenagers come back and call Brambleclaw a few rude names before running off again. Hollypaw starts to think that maybe the destruction of other people's culture is wrong. "Be quiet, Hollypaw. Every country should be ThunderClan," insists Lionpaw. J-Paw has a dream where Rock makes a vague fart noise and then vanishes. Stoneteller wakes up and tells everyone that while he appreciates the effort, the tribe has decided to collectively die. "Wait, we didn't agree to this," says everyone. "Oh, okay, I'll take another vote," responds Stoneteller. So everybody sets up a tiny fence around the mountain, but the teenagers just step over it. This is the last straw, so everybody sets out to follow the teenagers home. "Don't die, it's really important," Jayfeather tells his siblings. "Like, more than usual?" they ask. "Yeah, usually it's not important," he responds. They break into the teenagers' home and Lionpaw smashes all their cell phones on the ground one by one. Rock shows up in the daytime to tell J-Paw about how he should maybe create a time paradox out here later, I don't know. Upon learning that Lionpaw didn't get hurt at all in the fight, J-Paw is about to tell everyone about how they're involved in this special mystical prophecy from a long, long time ago, but the book literally cuts him off mid-sentence. A cliffhanger. A 6-month cliffhanger. This book is filler. There is nothing in this book.